What is going on YouTube? Today I actually want to test the quality out of my new camera. Now it's not technically a camera. I just upgraded my phone from an Samsung Galaxy J7 Star, one of the most worthless phones out there. Only get one if you actually need a phone, period. It is not technically a budget phone. It's like $179. I got a brand new one this weekend, and it's the Google Pixel 4a. I financed it a little bit in order to get it, so yeah, it's all good. I went to a place called Bluegrass Cellular in order to get it. They had a good deal. If I traded my phone, I can get a $200 credit, which is awesome. I wanted to get rid of that piece of shit. So today I actually want to talk to you guys about SSDs and all like that. Now, I'm not a nerd when it comes to SSDs and storage and all the mathematical terms and all like that, but I have been playing with an SSD for over a year now on my PS4. I used to have a PS4 Pro, had to trade in my PS4 Pro in order to help me out with my phone and all like that. Times are tough. But anyway, so when it comes down to it, I got my PS4 Slim, and I hooked up my SSD to it, and of course it still loads up exactly how fast it should. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up SSDs is if you are literally wanting to upgrade to a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, go for it. If you got the money, if you already got pre-ordered, buying it, whatever, go for it. Now, for those people like me, that basically is pretty much waiting until like 2021 around there whenever everything's settled and we know how the system plays and what it does and all like that. Reviews start coming out. What I would like to do is tell you that instead of bumping up, if you got an Xbox series, if you got an Xbox One X, or I believe an Xbox One S, or you got a PS4 Pro. The reason why I'm naming only those is because I've been playing on my 4K TV with the PS4 Slim and it looks unadvertising, but it's a video game, so I play it. So basically, if you're not looking forward to upgrading, but you got money to basically burn, I would suggest getting an SSD for your console, for your PlayStation 4 Pro, Xbox One X, in order to get the speeds, because that's the majority of the reason why most people are going to go for the PS5 and Xbox Series X is because of the speeds. Now, note, you cannot put your OS system, your PS4 system, the OS of each console onto the SSD. Of course, it will still run on the HDD, the hard disk drive, but your games will be able to be downloaded onto an SSD. Why do you need an SSD? The reason why is if you've been under a rock for the past year, literally, we know that the PS5 and the Xbox Series X is actually going for an SSD. The SSD is not a mechanical hardware. It is totally solid state drive, which means there's no moving parts. For a hard disk drive, there are moving parts. It's literally got to read every single part of the damn hard drive disk in order to load up and boot up. But for an SSD, for like games like that, that's the reason why if you actually buy one and you start up a Dead by Daylight or anything, it actually loads up to 33 to 40% faster than what a hard disk drive is. Now, for those people who doesn't care about load times, you play single player games, whatever, you don't give two shits about load times, that's okay, stick with your hard disk drive. But if you're like me, I'm a multiplayer type of gamer, I love my Dead by Daylight, some Call of Duty every once in a while, I play pretty much multiplayer games. But when it comes down to it, you of course can put your single player games onto an SSD and make sure it runs faster. It loads up textures faster, it sounds faster. Have you ever been, like, a good representation of it is playing PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, on the Xbox One X or even the PlayStation 4 Pro. Now, I played on the Pro, especially on the hard disk drive. And the hard disk drive, basically, every single thing was, like, loading in, like, constantly. Even whenever I've been in the game for maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute, still, stuff was loading up. People had weapons before me, and that sucked. So, I went out to Amazon, and I actually got me an SSD, a Samsung T5 SSD, which is 500 gigabytes. I just wanted to test out. It is worth it though. If you got the money to burn and you don't want to boost up to next gen so far. So basically, if you hook it up, format it, whatever, transfer your games to it, your games will load up a hell of a lot faster, especially if you're a Warzone gamer, if you are a PUBG gamer, Fortnite gamer, pretty much anything like Battle Royale, multiplayer, even single player, every single thing will load up a lot more faster. You literally do not need to upgrade just yet. Now, if a game basically runs like trash, on the current gen compared to next gen, of course, then I can see waiting it out and all like that, because no one's going to be wanting to play, say, Cyberpunk 2077 on an Xbox One S or whatever, and the damn thing dips below 30 frames, and the textures are missing, and everything's loaded up super slow. Even the SSD couldn't fix all that. Period. Now, the SSD does not affect your frame rate. It does not affect any of that. It affects load times. I've been when I first got it, I was playing Black Ops 4 zombies on it, and I was literally loaded in for about 10 to 15 seconds faster than anyone else that I was playing with. My character was just sitting still, just waiting for everyone to load up, and it was pretty amazing. Especially if you're trying to do one of those character select screens like Overwatch. If you want to do a tank support, whatever, you're loaded in a lot more faster than everyone else. You can actually pick your damn character before anyone else in the game, which is a really good feeling too. Now, there's a lot of people already out there that supports SSDs in their console, or even a USB version of it, which I got the USB version of because I don't want to screw up the OS and screw up my system by taking it apart and all like that. So I went with the USB version. I should go for the actual hard drive, the actual disk version of it. But if you are not wanting to upgrade yet, or you don't got the money to, but you got some money saved up, but you're like waiting until next year, even tax time, I would say basically go ahead and do an SSD for now. Like, buy it off of Amazon, basically. If you buy it off of Amazon, they got it to where you can literally send it back within 3 months. Literally 3 months, about 3 months. And I mean, I don't see no problem in that. If you actually go ahead and send it back in 3 months, by that time you should have enough money to buy a PS5. If not, trade that bitch back in. As soon as you got enough money to do that, trade that bitch back in, get your money back, and go for the PS5, Xbox Series X. It's just like that. It's literally it's a win-win situation. It really is. But like I said, it's mainly about load times. I'm about load times. I've been playing Resident Evil 7 also. And on the hard disk drive, right whenever you're first loading into the game, it takes literally over a minute to load. Took me about 20-25 seconds to actually load into an actual new game on the PlayStation 4 Pro when I had it, and it was just amazing. I mean, I didn't have to wait that long, especially if you play Mortal Kombat and all like that. It's a really good thing. But what I'm trying to say is, if you got the money, upgrade to an SSD for your console. If you don't care about load times, that's up to you. But it's either that or waiting on the next PlayStation and the Xbox, and that comes out in like a week, and then of course you got pre-orders, and then if they're all sold out, you gotta wait till next year anyways. So yeah, just do that. Get it from a place that you can actually send it back within like a couple months. Like I said, Amazon. I don't know how Walmart does theirs, but Amazon's a good place to do it. Basically, you can buy pretty much anything off there, and 3 months later, just send that bitch back and get your money back. It's just like that if you don't like it or you don't need it no more. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. I am Millennial Z. Please subscribe. And of course, like I said, I got TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I got all that now. So it is either at Real Millennial Z or at Millennial_Z. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you hit that notification bell to let you know when I upload next. Peace.